Shalom, family. Good to see you all here. Hope you're doing well. I just wanted to make uh, an announcement. We'll be doing a current event on Sunday, October 26th. So we'll have myself, True Royal, and the one LVZ, and hopefully KD. I don't have his number. I used to have his number, but I don't have his recent number. So hopefully we can get him on the panel as well. So I know we'll have a good time like we always do. So I hope to see you all there. It'll be 6 o'clock in the evening on Sunday. So, ladies and gentlemen, there never seems to be a dull moment in Chicago, and it is still a very volatile environment there when it comes down to ICE. Recently in the news, these gangs there were talking about putting hits out on ICE agents and stuff. And the thing is, we know these are those Latino gangs because, we are not immigrants, so it wouldn't be our gangs doing that at all. So it's got to be them. But at the end of the day, y'all, I'm glad we're staying out of it, just like I'm glad we're staying out of the No Kings March. But there's a couple of white people that are very upset that we weren't out there. Well, y'all were the biggest ones that voted for Donald Trump. I don't know why we would be expected to be out there. You should be out there more than anyone else. So, y'all, let's check out some of the latest of what's going on in Chicago. Right? Shalom to everybody in the chat. Okay, no. Okay. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you.
And I got a phone call from work saying that they took my son. He's only 16 and he was violated. They said they slammed him to the ground. I just want my baby back.
There's absolutely no reason to have this kind of chaos happening in our communities, putting people at risk.
Catch the latest on this story at Fox 32 on Fox Local.
Make a quick plan tonight. Emergency contacts, childcare backup, and key documents in one folder. When fear gets loud, your rights get louder. Save this. Share it. Protect each other.
Witnesses say as many as 30 federal officers swarmed this flea market, taking multiple people into custody, some of them trying to run away while leaving fear and uncertainty with the vendors left behind. As immigration officers descended on the Swaparama flea market, many customers and vendors immediately took off from the lot near 41st and Ashland.
It was a disaster.
While others were taken into custody.
If anyone was running, That's who they grabbed. I saw one lady just look just fainted, I guess, or just shocked that she was by me.
Not far from this Thursday morning operation,
Leave him alone!
Was a clash between federal agents and demonstrators at 47th and Western. Video showing multiple immigration officers wrestling a man to the ground. One person appeared to be detained. The crowd then growing as federal vehicles drove off.
A couple U.S. citizens were detained on that corner. I'm still gathering more information on that, but we're seeing an escalation of force.
Some of those same demonstrators later returned to the flea market in protest.
Terrorizing our people. We want our communities to be safe.
As uncertainty looms over the families who depend on this flea market for survival.
This just scares people away. We're not making any business.
We've reached out to the Department of Homeland Security and Border Patrol for comment, but have not heard back. Alderwoman Julia Ramirez says about 15 people were arrested here at Swaparama.
Also breaking right now, a Hanover Park police officer detained by ICE this morning. The Department of Homeland Security says the officer, who's from Montenegro, overstayed a tourist visa by more than a decade. CBS News Chicago investigator Tara Molina is in Hanover Park with the story. Tara?
Joe, Boyovich hasn't worked here long. A post from the department detailed his graduation from the academy just this past August. No one from the department willing to speak with us today or provide a statement on his hiring or his detainment. Take a look at your screen. This is the photo Hanover Park Police posted of 25-year-old Radule Boyovich celebrating his graduation from the Suburban Law Enforcement Academy. Boyovich was detained Thursday morning in what the government is calling a targeted enforcement operation in Rolling Meadows, calling Boyovich a, quote, illegal alien from Montenegro, here on a tourist visa that expired March 31st, 2015. They say he illegally overstayed his visa by more than 10 years. According to ICE, Boyovich provided his employee identification card confirming he is a police officer with the Hanover Park Police Department when he was detained, telling agents he wasn't carrying weapons because he's only authorized to carry his firearm while on duty. Homeland Security pointing out in a separate release, police records confirmed Boyovich was approved by the pension board this year, records indicating his earnings cost taxpayers more than $200,000. The arrest happening as a federal judge ordered Chicago ICE Field Officer Director Russell Hott to appear in court next week to answer questions about several incidents where violations of a temporary restraining order were alleged, including using tear gas canisters against crowds. The judge calling the court hearing after seeing this confrontation between residents and federal agents on the southeast side on Tuesday. The judge also now requiring all agents working under the so-called Operation Midway Blitz, including agents with ICE and Customs and Border Patrol, who've been issued body cameras, to wear them and keep them on during law enforcement activities here. Those body cameras are meant to confirm agents are giving the court-ordered 2 warnings before using tear gas, rubber bullets, and other methods here.
These body cams will allow us to ensure that the real story is being told and that there's transparency.
Again, Hanover Park Police are not speaking out or issuing any kind of statement today, or at least they haven't quite yet. Coming up at 6, we're taking a closer look at how Boyovich was hired in the first place, how he was able to carry a weapon. Reporting live outside the police department, I'm Tara Molina, CBS News Chicago investigators.
Tara, thank you.
Be in the trunk real soon. Yup. Oh, there's several rioters getting taken into custody right here. Yup. Yup. Someone lost a shoe. This is just mayhem. It's what happens when you don't back up. Oh, now they're screaming. They're screaming, acting like the police have done something wrong, throwing stuff at officers. That's terrible. They hate America. These people hate law enforcement. They hate our country. Oh, now here comes the phalanx, pushing them back yet again. And this is not isolated at all. Look at this. Every operation, activists in the face of troops, getting on top of these officers. Look at them. They've got a suspect who they're trying to detain, a couple of suspects, it looks like, at this gas station. And look at the activists. Look at how close they're getting. Just back up. This ain't peaceful. This is not a peaceful resistance. This is violence against law enforcement. Look, they're grabbing the officers. They're grabbing the fugitive. Someone just randomly has a megaphone. None of this is organic. Look at this. Chicago is literally now Portland, Oregon. These look like the same people. They got their pink gas masks. They got the same signs. They got the same open borders.
So Tuesday morning at 1 a.m., ICE decided to raid the southeast side of Chicago.
It's hard to see, but there's a helicopter right there on this building.
But you can hear that, motherfucker.
The helicopter has just inserted snipers for the protection of all these federal agents you can see entering the building.
Southeast side of Chicago.
After 6 particular individuals associated with Tren de Aragua. They say these individuals are responsible for
Dawn 30 in the morning.
Guns, long guns and handguns, as well as drugs. The helicopter is now just taken off. This is really an
They took innocent people, arrested over 37 people.
Witnesses say as many as 30 federal officers swarmed this flea market, taking multiple people into custody, some of them trying to run away while leaving fear and uncertainty with the vendors left behind. As immigration officers descended on the Swaparama flea market, many customers and vendors immediately took off from the lot near 41st and Ashland.
It was a disaster.
Who depend on this flea market for survival.
This just scares people away. We're not making any business.
We've reached out to the Department of Homeland Security and Border Patrol for comment, but have not heard back. Alderwoman Julia Ramirez says about 15 people were arrested here at Swaparama.
They got someone?
Yeah, they have some lady there.
Shoot.
Fucking fuckers.
Yeah, they're rolling around right now. There's another one parked over there in the corner.
Yeah, there's one more.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm literally shaking.
Did you get her name?
No, she didn't say anything.
Oh.
You know, there was one of a Latino ICE officer. It was a female. And a lot of people recognized her. And they said they put everything about her on the internet, her name, her address, every detail they could think of, what kind of car she drives. They put everything out there. And I was like, wow, maybe you shouldn't be an ICE agent in your own neighborhood. You know, that might not be such a great idea. But they knew who she was and posted everything about her online. Now, there were a few other ICE agents that they did that to. And what people would do is show up at their homes like at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and make a lot of noise outside their homes. That's what they were doing. So, man, that is a job I would never want. I don't know how these people do these jobs. I would never in a million years want to be an ICE agent. Mm-mm. Yeah, Khalid, I have to agree with you like that. Who the hell wants to live their life on the run? Just go home. I mean, these folks just complicate, in my opinion, they're complicating everything. Just go home. Who the hell wants to get up every day and every day you're out and about, you got to look over your shoulder. You got to worry about ICE agents going up to the school and grabbing your kids. You got to worry about every time you step out of a car, you may be apprehended. Who the hell would want to live like that? Go home. Go home. Damn. These people sure don't like their homelands, do they? They sure don't like being home. They love being everywhere except for their homeland. It's crazy. Mhm. I mean, and just think, and you know what's funny? These alleged Native Americans we know are Siberians, right? They're saying they got relatives that have been deported. Well, then how are you legal? How are you a Native American and you got relatives that been deported? I said, "Boy, that's really giving it away." Then there's no way you are some original people on the land and you got relatives that been deported. That doesn't even make any sense. Mhm. Wow. Yeah, speaking of Carl Winslow, Darius McCrary is in jail for child support. And I think he went to court yesterday and the judge refused to let him out. So he's still sitting in jail. Yeah, kind of blue. You're probably right. They are facing prosecution, or there's probably some drug cartels looking for their asses. That's why they don't want to go back, but they sure put up a hell of a fight over going back home, and it just don't make sense. Just go home. Mhm. I haven't been following Darius McCrary, his career. I remember seeing him on Family Matters, but I never really followed him after that show went off the air. I never followed him. So I don't know what he was up to. Mhm. Remember Andre Williams, the guy I showed y'all that went to the No Kings rally and ended up getting his salad tossed by them white guys out there. Well, a lot of our people over on TikTok are going over to his page on TikTok. Man, they are, and I had to throw my 2 cents in. I let him know he's now officially a statistic. People are writing all they're posting pictures of him handcuffed and the cops standing around him. Boy, he's getting dragged. I said, see, this is what happens when you talk. Your whole platform is about talking crap about black folks. That's your whole platform. You don't talk about nothing else. That is all you talk about. So, yeah, so our people are dragging the living hell out of him. And of course, he's all upset, talking about he going to double down. Well, they're gonna double down right back on you. Back at you, bitch. They gonna double down right back on your butt. And I don't know what he's doubling down on anybody in our community. It was none of us out there. He got manhandled by them white guys. And see, he's all butt sore about that. And talking about that was Antifa. You don't know who them guys didn't identify themselves as no Antifa. You just making that crap up. Oh yeah, you know, the last few videos he put out over the last couple of days, he's had the same outfit on. That's why everybody over there telling him to wash his ass. He's wearing the same he's in the same clothes that he got arrested in. And they're telling him to go wash his ass. He probably smell. Mhm. I mean, that was funny, man. He had that coming. He had that coming. And people are actually on panels talking about that incident that he was in. So he is upset. I got to show y'all the video of him going out with his megaphones and going around the Hebrew Israelites talking about they're the dumbest people ever. These Hebrew Israelites are dumb as, And I said, you know what? I might show y'all that. Or, maybe I will show it for the current event. But yeah, he goes out messing with the Hebrew Israelites on the streets. Like I said, his whole platform is, talking crap about us. I hope he does go to more protests. I hope them white guys get a hold of his ass again. Now he's all upset talking about he's mad because black people are laughing at him and making jokes. And I said, "Well, what do you expect? You thought they were going to run to your rescue after the way you spoke about our people? Man, get out of here." But I mean, that's funny. But maybe I will show y'all that. I got to put together everything for the current event coming up this Sunday. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see you tomorrow with more live streams. Shalom, family.